Thanks to Banggood.com for sending me out the brand new Jumper T12 multi-protocol 16-channel transmitter with a removable module at the back, and the module at the back is a JP 4-in-1. But before we go any further, what do we get in the box? Well, you get a neck strap. It's a nice bright orange. I like it myself. I actually might start using this one. You get a USB cable so you can update the firmware on the transmitter and the module itself. You get some extra screws for your gimbal. Maybe that's to switch from mode 1 and 2 on the sticks of the transmitter. You get a manual as well. It doesn't tell you very much in the manual at all. It really directs you mostly to where you need to go to find out more information, and I'll give you some of that information and redirect you as well. Now, let's get on to the transmitter itself. I can't compare this to any other jumper transmitter for the simple reason this is the first one I have ever used. It's a nice cream colour and it takes 4 AA batteries, but I've took the AA batteries out because this transmitter really eats the AA batteries up. They don't last long at all. You can use a 2-cell LiPo or a LiPo, and you just put it in the bottom. It's plugged into the balance port right under here, and it also takes a micro SD card, if you can see here, right in there, but I haven't put one in just yet. The micro SD card, that's for sound files and other files. I do believe the Tyrannus QX7 OpenTX files work with this, but I'm not 100% sure. I think somebody tried it and it didn't work because on OpenTX's website they don't have an official firmware for this Jumper T12 at the moment, but I'm sure they will do quite soon. Now, like I said, this will drain batteries really quick because of the JP 4-in-1 module at the back. Now, you can also put the module in different transmitters like the QX7, but you would need to probably update your QX7 to the latest firmware and do some other stuff as well. But what I'm going to do is I'll put a link in the description below to the manual on the JP 4-in-1. It's a pity they did not include it in the box, but oh well, that's it. Now the RF chips that are inside this is the CC2500, the CYRF, the A7105 and the NRF24T, I think it is, and they're capable of supporting a huge amount of protocols. You're talking about FlySky, FrSky, DSM2, DSMX, WLTOI, Devo, Husky, Hubsan, Shima, Bayang, and many more. I could go on and on and on and on. So you can take this transmitter anywhere and take all your quadcopters, and this is all you need. You don't need 3 transmitters or whatever. So that is absolutely excellent. It also supports crossfire because of the OpenTX, which is great. Now at the front, the sticks themselves feel really smooth. They're just normal sticks. The gimbals are normal. They feel like Hall gimbals, but they're not. I like them a lot. You can tighten them up if they're too loose for your lighting, but I've just left them as they are. You have at the top two position switches, 4 3-position switches, that's a lot, and at the side you have a scroll wheel on both ends right here, and at the top you have a trainer port, a USB port for updating the firmware, and this is just nothing, there's nothing there, and a dipole antenna on top of the module itself. The LCD screen is about 2 inches. It does have a backlight and you can change its time of being on, but I wouldn't keep it on for too long because the battery's drain enough as it is. Now let's turn on the transmitter. OpenTX. Okay, this is your main enter button, your back button, your page button, up and down buttons, and your right button. Now to go into the main menu, you press and hold the page button in, and you can see up where we're in the radio setup. I've set the time and the date. You can change the volume and the beeper, how high you want the beeper, but what you want to do is you want to scroll down and set your battery voltage depending on if you're using AA or a LiPo battery. If you're using AA battery, set it to 4 volts. If you're using a LiPo battery, it's set to 7.2 volts. Now, if we scroll all the way to the bottom, I am using channel TAER, and let's go to the next page. No SD card in there. Trainer tells you what firmware version we're using, 2.2.2. And you can calibrate your sticks, and I highly recommend that you do so. If you want to go back a page, what you do is press and hold the right button, and you go back a page. As simple as that. And if you want to come completely out, that's just the button at the bottom left hand side here. Now if you want to create a model, it's very simple. You press the page button just one time, that's it. And I had already did one earlier on, which was here. Let me just delete that, and we'll do it again. To create a model, hit enter, create, and press the page. No, you press the right button, sorry, and when then you can name it if you hit the enter button and scroll through and you put your name in. I'm not going to go through that because that's boring. Now you can scroll all the way down if you want to, but there's a quick way to get into the main modules and how to set up one of your quadcopters. And we are looking for internal module. So what you need to do here is, in some cases you'll either have to leave the internal module on or turn it off, and if you want to use different quadcopters, you want to turn it off. So hit enter and turn it off. Then you want to go to the external one, hit enter, and you want to turn it on to whatever you want it to be. And if you go to multi, scroll across, and you can see Hobson, FR Sky, Husky, DSM, Devo, everything coming up. Some of them try and automatically bind straight away, as you have noticed. Okay, now what you can also do, if you scroll across using the right hand button, you get your setup, flight modes. This is the important part. These are the channel mapping part right here, the input, and the mixer. That's very important indeed. I'll tell you why shortly. Because I connected the Hubsan H123D up to the quadcopter, and it wasn't flying the way I wanted it to. And I'll show you how. Right, let me hit enter and go into the Hubsan and select. Right, what had happened was the throttle was fine, but every time I wanted to go to the left, it would go to the right. So I had to try and figure that out, and I asked somebody on the forums, and it was very, very nice of them to help me out. And basically, to bind it up first, this is what you have to do. Now we want to go into the model itself, so we'll press the page and go right to the bottom. I've got it in FR Sky at the moment. I'll tell you why in a minute, because I can't seem to get it to bind up automatically. What you want to do is plug the quadcopter in first, push up on the Hubsan. It's automatically binding as we speak. Hit enter. Give it a second to bind. That's it bound up. There you go. And also, let me just turn it on so you can see it. It arms normally like it usually does. There you go. Very, very quiet. And to disable it, you just pull the stick to the outer corner or the inner bottom corner like you usually do. Now to get this going, I had to go to my inputs. My channel mapping was aileron, throttle, then rudder. And also I set up all these switches as well. And it's quite easy to set up a switch. Like if I was to set this N1 up here, say I want to edit it. Basically, I name it. I've just named it F for short. Then just hit enter here, your source, and use what switch you want to use. And when you use that, you can see it changes. Alright? Just like that. Okay? Now, the most important one was the mixer tab. Like I said, when I wanted to go left, it wanted to go right. I didn't want that to happen. I had to go into the aileron. And I'll show you what you do. You go down to weight. And you need to minus that weight all the way down. Because it would just normally at 100. I had to sit here and wait quite a while for this to do that. But anyway, you want to go to minus 100 like this. Exactly as you see it. And hit enter. And that's you. Just come out of it. And like I said, page back, had to do that with the rudder as well. And everything perfect. Also, because I've mapped all the switches out, I can turn the light on and off. And is it this one? I can record as well. I don't know what one is for sports mode in that, but you'll see it flying. Now let me just unplug this quickly. Let's try and bind up the eScene E011. Plug the battery in. Pop it in. Set it down. Oh, I forgot. I never turned the transmitter off. What you want to do is you want to freshly turn the transmitter on. And it will bind up now. There you go. That's it bound. And I do have flips. You can see it flipping outside when you see the short flight coming up. And it also works the same. You don't need to do nothing with the B03. And it works on lots and lots and lots and lots of other models. This is an excellent transmitter, I must admit. I thoroughly like it indeed. Well, it's my first ever jumper transmitter. I can't complain about it whatsoever. I don't have any complaints. It takes a little while to get used to it, but if you're new to the hobby, this is a great transmitter to get because it connects up to so many quadcopters, and there's a lot of people out there that will help. And I would recommend that you buy the Hudson H123D bind and fly version if you've got one of these transmitters. I'll put the link in the description to this quadcopter and a link in the description to the transmitter and the module manual as well. And don't forget to click those links because it helps to support the channel. That's all I've got to say for that. Great transmitter. Enjoy the flight that's coming up. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, my friends, happy flying. And there you go. Hobson is flying with the Jumper T12. I need to work out most of the switches. I do believe I know what the light switch is. Hang on, let me take it out a little bit. First of all, I'm just going to fly it. Let's see how much better it is than the stock transmitter. I put a little bit of juice in the battery. That's flying really good with the jumper. Excellent. Know what to do? Buy the Hobson bind and fly and get yourself a Jumper T12 and bind it up. Excellent. And we'll have different modes, different switches connected up to different modes. I just need to figure that out, but at least I've got it flying for now. That's what I wanted in the first place. And if I can get it in a steady hover, I know I can turn that light off. I know the button. What button are you? Back, please. Is it that one? There you go. Yeah. And I'll turn the light back on. And the light should be back on. Yeah. Excellent. Pick yourself up that Hobson H123D and the jumper T12, and I will show you how to bind it up. Go onto my channel and ask me, and I will help you as much as I can. Right, we're on to the next quad now. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I'll bring it out anyway. I think that's enough flying for this one. And the next quadcopter up on the list is the Eason E0. 10 or is it 11? Let's go fly it. I'm going to keep it close. There's a little breeze out here today. I'm trying to remember what switch I put what on now. You always get mixed up. Right, okay, I do believe, there you go, that's the flip switch. And it will constantly flip if I keep that switch on. It only does yeah, it does front switch as well. You really need to move the stick to its maximum to get that flip, but you can still fly in it, surprisingly enough. If we're going to take it out flip mode, and we're going to try return to home, I'm going to take it about there. Will you come back? Yeah, it's coming back. Get that out. We don't want to return to home. What's the next switch? Do we have headless mode? Do we? I'm not quite sure about that one. I still need to work all these switches out. But there you have it. And the next quadcopter up is the B03. It runs on the same protocol. Why not? Well, let's go and fly it. Right, this is the final flight. I did hook up the jumper T12 to the UR65 and everything else, but I think I'm being a bit lazy now. All I have to say about this transmitter is, for me, it's the first multi-protocol transmitter I've ever had in my life. And we are in flip mode, I do believe. Yeah, we are. And I find that it's really, really excellent. I really do. I think it's absolutely amazing. I mean, if you're a first time comer to the jumper transmitter, you're going to love this. Take it out, take all your quadcopters out, and return to home. You're not quite returning to home there. Let's try that again. There's a little bit of breeze picking up now, that's why. Return to home. No, you're not going down there either. Let's try that again. The wind is picking up. It's just a slight breeze. Maybe it's the wrong switch. Well, it's definitely not that one. But anyway, I can't figure that switch out for the moment. But it does fly and it does do flip. Come back to me, please. Wind, don't push me away. These little quadcopters are so light, it's unbelievable. Look at that, it's fighting the wind. I'm going to bring that in just now. Are you going to come in? I think I'm... Come back. Come back. Right, okay. Wait there. Let me catch you. And in 3, 2... Got it.